Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of Tank Duel Enemy in the Crosshairs. And this is going to be part 3. And luckily for me, Mike Berticelli, the game designer, has been watching my playthroughs and he's sent me some comments on some things I've been missing or doing wrong. And I really like when I get this stuff because it helps me correct things, because you know the whole goal of me doing these videos is for you guys to be able to learn the correct way to play. One of the things Mike pointed out was that whenever a tank moves into a terrain, we have to, if it's got a red note on it for, let me see if I can find one here. Some of them say spotted in red, so you're automatically spotted, but some of these, and if I can find one, here, it says conceal 30. So if you move into that one, you actually get to draw an action battle card and see if he conceals or not. If he conceals, you don't get to spot him. So I haven't been doing that, so that's one thing I gotta fix. One rule I broke, I think in the last video, was you can't move and fire. You either move or fire, but you can't do both. So I think I had a tank move and fire, so we can't do that. What else have I done? You know, Mike's pointed out, let me look here. Oh, peril. I've been missing a step with peril. When the tank has, when you're checking for your peril, like this tank had a peril level of 2, so I checked for that one. But even a tank with a peril level of 0 still checks, because if that first card is a 0, he still has peril. He's still in peril, and it changes what he does. That's what it was. So a couple steps that, you know, weren't game stoppers, but you know, we're going to try to fix them up here today, and then see how we do with that. Okay, so let's get started again. I have one card in my hand, so the first thing we do is our draw phase. And just to refresh my memory, there's 4 cards here. So I got 4, and then I've got 2 for each tank, so that gives me 8. And I gain 1 more 9 because this tank is in the red zone now. So I actually get 9 cards. I have 1, so I'm going to draw 8 cards. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's see what we got here. I still have my command card. I have woods, a move, leadership. I like that. A move, a woods, and a flank. So I got a couple different woods cards. So I know at least one of them I can play off here. In fact, my Stug's in a gully there, 78, 79. This one's 74. I like the flank card because maybe he could move and flank. He's already in pretty good shape, or this guy could get unflanked, and that's key. I get him out of that flanking, especially while that guy's smoking over there. Okay, so I picked my cards. I need to pick which ones I'm gonna, which 2 I'm gonna play. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I chose to use a woods card, number 78 on the Stug, and this move card with a 16 for his initiative on my Panzerkampfwagen. All right, now we got to do the Russians. So the first thing we do with tank 1 is draw him 3 cards, but he actually gets, hang on, now I got to look. He gets, let me look real quick. Yeah, it's 3 cards. It's the action step when he gets the extra card. Okay. Initiative phase, he gets 3 battle cards. So here we go. 1, it's a move card. 2, it's a move card. And 3, it's a tactics card. Okay. So, first thing we do now is resolve no command card. We check for his peril level. Okay, so for this tank, he's at range 2, and he's at 4, so that's 600. Okay. Let's see, +1 for each player tank that has the active Robata spotted. So that's 1. No acquisition level. +2 for each tank that has him flanked. Nobody. Okay, so he's +1. He is +2 if in the mud, minor, or field card. Nope. +2 if he's bogged. Nope. -1 for each tank he spotted. So he has 2 of them. So now he's at -1. -1 for acquisition. -2 if he's flanked. No. Okay, so his peril level is 0. And then we check here, and the first card was a 4. So he is not in peril. Okay. So now we check. He's not in peril. So if any revealed battle card is a 10 or less, it is not. If it's a 90 or higher, it is not. If it has a target spotted and any spotted target's lowest facing armor value is equal to or less than its penetration value at the current range to that target. So our range is 600, and his lowest is an 8, and at 12. So if his lowest facing armor value is equal to or less than its penetration value, it is, then choose the battle card with the lowest battle number. So this would be 32. And that's his cards. We discard those. Okay, now we get the next 3 for the other tank. He has a tactics. He has a flank. Ooh. And he has another flank. Oh, okay. Let's see. We're going to determine, there's no command card. Once again, we'll determine peril. So his peril, +1 for each player tank that has him spotted. So that's +2. +1 for each level of acquisition. So that's +3. +2 if he's flanked. No. +2 if he's in mine, mud, or anything like that. Nope. He's not bogged. -1 for each tank he spotted. So now he's at +1. -1 for each level accident tank. None. -2 for each tank that he's flanked. So he's back to a 0 on his peril. And his first card was a 6. Okay. So no peril. Okay. Any battle card less than 10? Nope. Any higher than 90? Nope. Okay, if it has a target spotted and any spotted target's value is equal to or less than its penetration value at the current range to that target. So he's at 200, he's at 400, that's 600. His range is 8. Penetration. Let's see. Any spotted target's lowest value facing armor value is equal to or less than its penetration value. So that's 12. 8. It's lower. Then he chooses the battle card with the lowest battle number. So he actually got an 11. And that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen, because I was trying to beat him on that little deal. Okay. All right, here we go. We now move into tank phase. Administration step. So this is the first tank. He's an 11. He gets the lowest number. So that card comes off. Right there. And We have a fire check. We have a crew bailout. Okay. But I do believe we have to do this smoke check. Resolving the on-fire check if the active tank commander is wounded. Okay, pull a battle card, and the crew bails out. That's all for that part of the administration step. Okay, let me check this real quick. Okay, so according to Rule 8.1.c in the administrative step, then he does a smoke check. And so in that, we pull a battle card and we look to see if he has a smoke marker on that. And he does not. So the smoke cleared off of this tank. So he is no longer smoke filled. Well, again, unfortunate. Not what I wanted to happen. Okay. So that's the administration step. Now we go action step. He gets 3 battle cards plus 1 will be 4. He gets 1. That was a move. This is a flank. This is a leadership. And this is a move. Okay. So he's 4 cards. All right. No command cards. Play a revealed terrain card on every moving player tank. He didn't have any terrain cards, so he doesn't do that. Okay, so now he's going to do a single primary action. So we check his action card. His high quality to hits is 60 with a penetration of -1. And primary action is execute mission priority, fire at a high quality enemy target. So he's at 200, the Panzer is at 600, that's 800. So that's a 79. And he would be a +2 on his penetration of the highest point. So a 79, and he has 79 and no modifier at that point. So that's a high quality. And he also has a 200 and a 400. That's a 600 onto the Stug. Oh, -5 because of his size. So 79 went to 74. The Stug makes him a 69 at 600. That's an 83. So that makes him a 73. His penetration's a 9. His armor's an 8. He's a +1. So he definitely has a higher shot at the Stug. Okay. So he's going to take a high value target. A high quality shot at the Stug. All right. We determine the target. We use the revealed battle cards, perform a success check. Okay. So his fire level is a 7. The first card's an 8. He does not get it on the first one. Half of the 7 is a 4, rounded up, 3.5. The second card's a 2. He is successful with the second card. Okay, so he does succeed in 1 shot. If the active tank is in motion, he's not. Stops moving immediately. Determine the active tank's to hit number in addition to normal modifiers. If one or more of the revealed battle cards is a fire card, it's not. Apply the most favorable modifiers. If one or more of the revealed battle cards is a leadership card, apply the +20 modifier. So he gets the +20 modifier with the leadership card. All right. So he's at 200, he's at 400, that's 600 meters. That's an 83. He gets minus 10 for the profile, so that's 73. He gets plus 20 for the leadership. We're now at 93. So his hit probability right now is 93. And what have I got over here? Anything that I can do? Command card. Leadership card. Nope. Okay. Okay, so he's a 93 on his hit probability. I've cover is 10, my hull down is 20. So let me check my modifiers. For my fire procedure, let's see, plus 20 did that, plus 10 not acquired, not flanked. That was a plus 10 if he flanked him, but I still think the Stug is his best shot. Plus or minus to hit modifier from terrain, smoke, or move card in the active tank's holding box. I have a cover of 10. So he went from 93 to 83. Minus 20 if an uncanceled tactics card was played. Oh, I don't have a tactics card. That's what it is I was looking for. Okay, I don't. All right. Let's just run those numbers one more time. 83 plus 20 for his leadership card is 103. He's not acquired. He's not flanked. Nothing from smoke. Cover value from the terrain, the gully, is a 10. So he's down to 93. My target size is minus 10, down to 83. So his shot determination here is 83, and he gets 76. He hit me. Okay. We now determine hit location. There was only one shot. Pull a battle card to determine hit location. So we pull the battle card for the hit location, and it is 2. And the 2 is the hull. So he hits the hull. Okay. Now we determine penetration value. All right. Penetration of this gun on this Russian tank is a 9. He used APCR ammunition, which he's going to expend now, is plus 3. That's 12. So he's a penetration of 12. Against my hull, which is an 8, that's a plus 4. And we pull a new penetration card. I do believe that's what I think one of the things I messed up on before. I have to pull a new penetration card. Let me verify that real quick. Yeah, so now we pull for penetration. So right now we're at 12 against an 8, and we pull and we check the penetration, and that P means it penetrated. Doesn't matter anything else, it penetrated. And it's got an H, so it's heavy damage. Okay, so there's no question about that. That round penetrated. Now we determine damage. Okay, during a damage check, a player will resolve one section of a damage card depending on the hit location or win the tank. So we pull a damage card. And, oh, look at this. It's a 0 critical hit against that 0. So we got a critical hit This was against the hull. A hull or track, engine destroyed on the critical hit. Okay. Just checking here now to make sure. Engine destroyed, immobilized, explosion, and fire. So I got both things. I got a lot going on this tank right here. All right, so we got, I'm trying to make sure I get this right. So bear with me that I'm taking a little longer to do this, but I want to make sure I get it right because I've messed it up too many times now. I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, so we performed the damage check. Okay. During the damage check, you resolve this. We pull the damage card, we checked it, it's a critical hit section, and then we get the tank's immobilized and explosion and a fire. So we have to check for explosions. Resolving player pulls a battle card. If there's an explosion icon on here, we pull that, and there it is, explosion. The tank explodes. The tank explodes. Perform an escape attempt for each crew member. The tank is destroyed. So my Stug just got destroyed. That's nice, isn't it? Man. Okay. We don't have to do the fire. We just have to do this escape. 12.6. Here we go. Abandon their tanks on a battlefield. A tank crew may bail out during the administration step when a tank is on fire. Okay. A tank crew must resolve an escape attempt from a tank that explodes. Each crew member must pull a battle card. Pull 2 if they're wounded. None of them are wounded. And check for an icon matching the reason they are attempting to escape. An explosion icon for an explosion, or a fire icon for an out of control fire. If the icon is present. So I suppose I should have pulled the fire icon also, because it exploded, but did it also catch on fire? And it did not. So it's just the explosion that I have to check for. Okay, so now we pull 1, and if it's an explosion, they get KIA. Otherwise, they get out of the tank. So here we go. Here's the driver. The driver, he gets out. So he survived. Here comes the gunner. The gunner, oh, we get to shuffle. So we'll shuffle this when we finish this. He died. So the gunner's KIA'd. Okay, the gunner's KIA'd. Here comes the loader. The loader, he escapes. And the commander, he escaped. So the only one that died was the gunner. These 2 guys got out of the tank also. Okay. That eliminates that tank. And that was his primary phase. I have to reshuffle the deck, so I'll stop here and reshuffle. Okay, so that was the end of his primary action. Now he gets his secondary action. Spot the enemy, which he's already got a spotting going on here. Attempt hold down. So he's not going to attempt hold down. He doesn't have any more APCR to load. And so he does not have a smoke dispenser, so he does not have any secondary actions. Okay, that's the end of that T-34's round. Next tank is this Panzer. He's a 16, so he'll go next. And what he's going to do, he's flanked by this tank. He's going to play a move card, which gets him up to range of 400. And he's going to play the woods card. So he's going to be in the woods. And he needs to draw a card to see if he conceals. Well, I'll tell you what, before I do that, he's going to play this flank card and get this flank off of him now, so he's no longer flanked by the T-34 up there. Okay. And he's going to see if he's concealed. So he needs a 30 or less. He got a 56. He's not concealed. All right. And he's going to play a command card. He's going to gain either a spot or a hull down. He's already got that tank spotted. So he's going to do a hull down and make himself harder to hit now. He's in the woods and he's hull down. And that leaves me 3 cards, of which I can discard if I want, but I believe I'm going to hang on to them because I may need them for the new tank that comes on next turn. Okay, that was the end of that Panzer, so that brings me to this T-34. And we now have to see what he's going to do. He's going to start with his administration steps, so he doesn't have anything to do there. So he now goes into his battle cards. He's in the red, so he gets 4 cards. Oops, these 4 I'll get put back into the discard pile now. Okay, here we go. He gets a move and a fire and a move and a move. Okay. All right. So here we go again. We're going to check to see if he has on his fully operational cautious, his high quality target is a 65. He gets a high quality target. So he's at 200, he's at 400, that's 600. That puts him at 83. 83 and minus 5 is going to be 79. He is going to have a high quality shot. So he's going to get to shoot. So the next thing he does is he does his success check. So his first number, his fire number is a 7. His first number is 7. So he gets that one. Now, his second number is half, so it's a 4 or less, and he has a 6. So he gets 1 shot, 1 fire. He doesn't get 2 of them. Okay. All right. So we got the success. Now we go to the fire step again. All right, so we're going to determine the base hit again. 200 and 400 is 600. That's an 83. He does not have any leadership card. He's not acquired. He's not flanking him. No, let's see, my terrain modifier is a 10. So he went to 73. That's the cover value. My size modifier is minus 5. So we were at 83. Minus 10 is 73, minus 5, 68. Okay, so we pull a card, see if he hits. 68. 4, he hits. Okay, boom. All right, next thing we do, determine the hit location. So we pull a card. And the number is 9. And that is, unfortunately, the turret. If it would have hit the hull with him hull down, he would have missed. We hit the turret. Now we check for penetration. His penetration is 9. My hull is a 6. Okay. No other modifier. So we check penetration modifier. +4 and heavy damage. So he has a 9 +4 is 13. So he penetrated. That's heavy penetration right there. All right. Whew. Targets penetrated must stop. Okay, didn't do that. Determine damage. Okay. So now we have to determine our damage level again. First thing we do, next card. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Critical hit 9. And look at my number, 9. He got another critical hit. On the turret, it's a gun hit. Gunner, loader, explosion, fire. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Gunner, loader, explosion, fire. All right. So the gunner is in lowercase. So the gunner's wounded. We flip him over to his wounded counter. Same thing with the loader. He flips over. So the gunner and the loader are wounded. Let's see. A gun hit. Fire level permanently reduced by 3 to a minimum of 1. So his fire level goes down 3. 1, 2, 3. So it went down to 5. Okay. And now, what else did we have? Explosion. Possible explosion. So we pull the next card. We check to see if there's an explosion. No explosion. Now we check for fire. There is a fire. That's this icon right here. So we now have fire. So I have to place an on fire card on my tank. All right, next thing we have to do after that is a morale check. Okay, so the resulting player used the damage card from the damage check right here. That's this one. And the loader or the commander's good. He didn't die. He wasn't an elite, so he didn't die. But we have fire, so we failed the morale check. Okay. So he gets a broken also on him. So he's on fire and the crew's broken. Whew. This was about a disastrous round that I could have had right there. Let me tell you. Okay. I think I got some cleanup to do here because I got victory points I got to do some assessing on. Action step, action cleanup step. Tank attempted to... Okay. We know that he killed that tank. He was firing at this tank. Okay. Continue with the tank initiative order. All right. Okay. Just checking. I've got to put their experience points on them because I don't want to forget. He killed this tank over here. So the tank was worth 4 points. And he killed the crew member and it was the gunner. He was worth 4 points. So that's 8 points that he scores. So he gets victory points. Shows victory points right here. Goes up to 8 on that tank. And he gets, this is a tank kill marker. So it shows that he got his first tank kill. So we put that on his track also. Okay. They didn't kill anybody, so he didn't get any victory points there yet. So I got 2 wounded guys, broken and on fire. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the end of part 3. And you can see that we're in tough shape. And I think I might have missed one step down here with the eliminated tank. When a tank is eliminated, its controller immediately discards half their hand, rounded down, and removes all status cards, counters. I did that. Okay. So I probably should have gotten rid of something out of this hand that I played there. So we'll give us a quick shuffle here. And one card we're going to discard out of my hand, and it is the move card. Okay. So I still have a leadership and a woods card there. All right. Okay, I'm going to call it here. This turned into a long turn, but I hope I got everything right this time. So we'll call this one, and we'll take a look at it, make sure I got everything right, I hope. And I've got to decide, I got to replace this tank now. And so we're going to decide if it's going to be another Stug or another Panzer or what it's going to be. I'm going to look in the scenario and see if it specifies. If not, I might do a random draw for the same period, see which tank. I think I have the Panzer IV, the Panzer III, and the Stug are the 3 tanks that I could have, and see which one I get. Maybe I'll get another Stug. He didn't even get to shoot. So we'll see how that works. Okay. Hey, whoa, tough round. Made the first shuffle on the deck, so this is the second time through the deck. And then I didn't do very well with the 2 German tanks, but the Russians hammered me. Getting in close and getting that first shot, they really poured it on me. So I got a tough way to go here. I need to get a first shot. And I really thought I was going to get the first shot with that, with my Panzer, but it didn't work out that way. So, all right, I didn't get a fire card, so I didn't get what I wanted, or didn't play it the way I should have maybe. Okay, that's it. Enough rambling for me. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe. I appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up if you like it. And we'll see you on the next playthrough. Tank Duel Enemy in the Crosshairs. See you guys later.